How would you characterize the style that is uniquely yours? Is it sporty or traditional? Trendy? Now, how do you typically approach creating a budget? If you don't know, don't worry about it. You're not alone. Many people view budgeting as somewhat of an intimidating four-letter word. But just as various people have varied preferences in fashion, your method of preparing a budget is not going to be the same as that used by other people. Your personality and the things you want to accomplish with your money are two factors that might help you determine the best approach to budgeting for you. If you're a process junkie, your thing is having standards and boundaries that are crystal clear. You also need a method of budgeting that takes this into consideration. The 50-30-20 budget is an excellent place to begin because it cleanly splits your spending and saving, 50% to essentials, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings. This is a good place to start because it tidily divides your spending and saving. The fact that it allows you to make progress toward paying off your debt, meet ongoing expenses, and put money away for future costs is one of the enticing aspects of this strategy. It divides your income into three primary categories, allocating 50% to things that are required, 30% to the things that are desirable, and 20% to savings and the reduction of debt. You are free to use it on its own or as a foundation for developing additional techniques of flexible budgeting. If you feel like the structure provided by these principles is insufficient, you can become even more specific by creating a line item budget. Prepare to dust up your Excel abilities because this method monitors every single penny spent, line by line. By keeping track of what you spend, you can more accurately project what your future spending will be and create a budget that accounts for them, allowing you to keep all of your financial ducks and important costs in a row. For when seeing is believing. Some people find it helpful to have their savings in plain sight while they are saving. Literally. Envelope budgeting can be a genuine lifesaver for people who require a concrete reminder of their spending habits. When you follow this strategy, you physically put money away for each of the categories that make up your monthly spending and savings. By physically dividing up your money, you will be able to see exactly how much you have left to spend, which will reduce the likelihood that you will go over your spending limit. This strategy may also assist preventing impulsive purchases. Try using this cash-based method if you want to avoid keeping detailed records of your expenditures, but still need a method that will help you avoid falling into debt or stop wasting money on unnecessary things. You start by deciding how much you are willing to spend on each type of expenditure, such as groceries, and then you put that amount of cash into envelopes that you will use exclusively for your purchases. You won't be able to spend any more money on a certain category throughout the month if any of the envelopes have already been spent. The envelope technique is the inspiration behind the Good Budget app, which was designed for people who appreciate the concept but don't want to deal with paper envelopes. If crossing the finish line is your goal, we should all strive to achieve something. They keep us moving in the right direction. And whether you're putting away money for a house, getting a head start on your retirement, or putting some cash aside for a vacation that's long overdue, a financial plan that can keep up with your goals is absolutely necessary. The zero-sum method of budgeting, in which one only uses the money earned in the preceding month to pay for the expenses of the current month, can be an excellent approach to getting started with saving money. And to make this strategy go even further, if you get to the end of the month and haven't hit your spending limit, don't carry it over to the next month. This will help you save money. Think about putting the money in an emergency fund, putting it toward your next vacation, maybe a longer trip, or using it to pay off some of your debt. In the event that this doesn't quite sound like the proper fit for you, the way of budgeting in which you pay yourself can still be used to work toward saving goals. In practice, a predetermined portion of your pay is promptly and mechanically deposited into savings whenever you get paid. This strategy can also be applied to the process of repaying debt, and it can be made even more straightforward by automating the procedure with consistent, tiny installments. Build up your savings. This reverse budget prioritizes savings before current costs, with the goal of better aligning your spending habits with your core principles. Using this method, you will first determine how much of your monthly income will be placed aside for savings goals, such as retirement and an emergency fund, and then you will utilize the remaining portion of your income to pay bills and other obligations. This way, you won't have to go through the trouble of crunching each figure. You do you. When determining your approach to budgeting, the thing you need to keep in mind above all else is that it can be as individualistic as you are. You are free to combine several strategies or come up with your own hybrid method. The most important thing is that you are making plans for your financial future in a way that you are confident you will follow through with. Use buckets to organize your money and keep it all in order. Create a new account for your savings online. Wondering how to choose the right budget system? Figure out where you are and what you value. Do an honest evaluation of your financial situation if you are at a loss as to what direction to go. Consider your current financial situation and your desired outcomes. Maybe you're looking for a method to help you cut costs because you're drowning in debt, or you want to learn how to find a happy medium between paying the bills and putting money aside for a house deposit. Once you have an idea of your current situation and your goals, you may select the best course of action. Decide how much effort you're willing to devote. Before committing to a budgeting system, think about how much effort it will take to keep it up and running. Certain ones are really stringent in their prerequisites, while others are a bit more lenient. Budgeting methods like the zero-based one and Excel spreadsheets require constant and precise record-keeping of spending. The pay-yourself-first strategy and the associated synced-up apps require minimal maintenance. When should a budget be updated? No hard and fast rules exist. Proceed at your own pace. It's reasonable to check in on your finances once a month or twice a year if you feel secure about your situation. Beginners in the art of managing their finances would be wise to log in once a week or after each purchase. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you have got the idea of budgeting. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up.